Hi, I'm Dave O'Donnell. We're here at Sound Emporium Studios in Nashville, recording a new library for Toontrack's Easy Drummer 3. I remember when the first Toontrack drum software came out many years ago. The quality of the drum recording was pretty much better than most of what was out there. I became a Toontrack user, and they just kept improving and improving. Then a year or two ago, Elliot Shiner, who I had become friends with and who's about the best engineer on the planet, was doing one of these Toontrack sessions up at the clubhouse up in New York, and I had been in touch with him and he said I should come visit. So I stopped in and saw the process and knew they were doing something right to make it sound so good, but it was even more than I figured. And of course they had Elliot doing that, but I met Norman, who was drumming, and immediately was taken with what a really good drummer he was. So we started talking about maybe doing something together. So we thought, what about Nashville? Because I had been down here and done a few things and did this Lindsay Lou record here at Sound Emporium. And, well, Nashville's just a very musical town and a lot of great studios. So we decided we would do it using Studio A and Studio B, and they're actually two very different rooms. Studio A is like a bigger room but drier. It's not real reflective or live. So the idea was to have something bigger but intimate. And you know, I work in the singer-songwriter genre a lot. That can mean an acoustic thing. It's generally thought of as that, but it can mean electric or piano. So we wanted different kits that would match that, and it felt like that room in A would be a good match for that, because you can get a big, warm sound that you could just play an acoustic guitar, or if you dig in a little, you can do, you know, rock and roll or rock grooves or ballad to full-on punk if you want. I think part of the aim of this project was, well, sonically, to have a very good tone, like to sound really good, but also to have a bit of roughness around the edges. We took a good amount of time trying to figure out what kits to use, and it'd generally be stuff I liked, or things I've worked on, or, you know, records I like, drummers I like, of which there's plenty. So in the end, we ended up with a lot of different kits. Yeah, the first kit was a nice, more modern maple kit. That was a big open kit that just had a big warm sound. The second kit was a 1960s maple kit. Right away, Norman knew that'd be the good one for the rods. So we did sticks on that, and then we did a whole nother set with the rods. In that big warm room, I just love that. You get this big warm sound to embrace. The third kit, a little tighter sounding. We brought the gobos in for that, just for a variety, to tighten the room up a little, not to shrink it, but to tighten the sound up. The last kit in Studio A, yeah, the older kit. I love those old kits. We definitely wanted something with that older, vintagey vibe. That was our biggest bass drum, and the alternate variation had changed the front head so it had no hole on it to make it more resonant. Just kind of an old-time feel to that. Well, Studio A, like we said, is like a nice big room, but it's a warm room. It's not real reverberant. Studio B is a bit the opposite, where it's a smaller, tighter, but real live room. It's kind of explosive, really. You don't have to hit hard to get an exciting sound. So you still get a very live sound, like an explosive sound, but it's not reverberant or gargantuan, it's just impactful. That would work good on any style of music. And in here, actually, we did the brushes. We found a kit we really liked. Brushes are a huge part of this. In Studio B, we started with the big red kit. It's a familiar sound in a way because it has a reflection to it, but it's tighter in a good way. It's like a smaller room. It's not like a big bombastic room. It's a small bombastic room. It's got an immediacy to it. It's got an impact to it. Our second kit in Studio B was a beautiful walnut kit, a more modern kit, the younger brother to the first kit in Studio A. We tightened it up a little more, used a little bit of padding in the bass drum, and brought in some gobos to tighten the room up a little, and that kit was singing. We fell in love with that one right away too. On a couple of these kits, we tested which would be best with the brushes. Absolutely had to have brushes, and this kit was the winner, the smaller walnut kit, right away. For the last one, we went back to the 60s. This one we decided to tighten up even more. Took the front head off the bass drum and put some packing in there. Experimented with that, and moving the mics around as always, and getting that to feel right. And then the tea towel approach on the snare and toms. It's a very punchy kit, you know. It's a punchy room with a punchy kit. And that was a fun one to end on. Sound Emporium's a studio that's been here for many years. It's one of the landmarks in Nashville, and a lot of great records were made here. And you can tell there's a history to it. It's like it's in the walls, it's in the air, it's in the feeling. You walk into different studios, and you can tell there's just a musicality to it and a comfort to it. It's very home-like, and instantly puts you at ease. I think musicians like it because of that. So I think they get a lot of recurring clients. I certainly love working here. There's a lot of great studios in Nashville, but I do love it here. Oh, well, having Artie Smith, I probably wouldn't have done it if we didn't have Artie. That's a prerequisite 101. But Artie, I've known Artie a long time, and he is just a master. He knows everything about drums, the different eras, the different manufacturers, what they're made of, how they were made. I swear, I don't know how he knows so much, but he just has a magical quality, and it's tricky. It looks easy. You think you go and tune these things, but it's very tricky, especially bass drum and toms. But he's definitely a master. Well, the process of making this was fascinating. And what I noticed right away is Norman is really listening. When he's doing these samples, he's listening and reacting. It's a very physical thing. He's not just hitting the drum, okay, give me 6 hits. You can feel the vibration, and you can hear the difference in each tone. And we joke around and go, oh, that was a good one. But, it's actually very musical. You wouldn't have think it, but it's a very musical thing. And when you hit that drum just right, it creates a beautiful tone. For me, I think it will inspire some creativity. I mean, all this is a lot of fun, and to be able to have this tool and use it is an inspiration, but it's a lot of fun to have also. And I hope people try it out and like it and find some inspiration from it and use from it in their own projects. I think they will. I really feel that they will. When it's all said and done, kind of strengthen whatever the project you're working on is. It's like a nice partner to have, to just, open up and say, all right, let's play, and just start scrolling through, find something you like, reheat your coffee, and go.